Good morning. Today, I did the draw at 6:24 a.m. It is February 28th, 2025, and I'm using the Wild Unknown. And today is the do not buy anything anywhere day. So if you are inclined that way, please do not purchase. I am myself not purchasing a thing. We have Venus Day today. And the beads of the day are rose quartz for balance. We have a fire water polarity. We have been having this fire water polarity kind of regularly. Aquamarine, it helps with those of us who just feel angry and have a temper and want to just kind of start busting stuff up, but can't and won't. Malachite for heart-centered growth. Moonstone for intuition, and carnelian for creativity, courage. And what do we have today? Well, we have the Seven of Cups, water, relating to Empress and death, and the third decan of the fixed Scorpio, eighth house, Venus, and the sun, all things fire. Fifth house, the ego. Our numerology today is going to be a double three, reminding us that we do have a day of creative gathering with creative ideas that will lead to creative solutions. So just remember that. And where are we? Well, it's a day of social expression, reinforcing themes of our collective stand for our self-worth and self-esteem, and all things related to financial. We feel the tension, and many in shock at this time. Not exactly action-oriented, feeling kind of the weight, the heaviness, the wateriness of all of this. And this is something we need to gain a balance of. This is about ambition versus intuition, as it is easy to become overwhelmed by all the uncertainties. That things change. And for most of us, change is quite difficult. And when seen from the depths of the eighth fixed house of Scorpio, we feel like we're just in a time warp where we can't even make sense of it. And the Seven of Cups card is your illusion and delusion card, where those who wish to create harm or illusion at this time are now under the influence of wishful thinking, unrealistic expectations, fantasies designed for confusion and failure. The eighth house is the people's purse. It is our shared resources and wealth. And we now feel very vulnerable as funds that are controlled in very public ways, whether or not we can trust what's happening as a collective. As we have shared resources, many of us are questioning the uncertainties of this system as it breaks down. There's a building mistrust. And today, many of us are taking an opportunity to act in ways to communicate the sense of tensions that we feel. This is bringing us together, and our awareness of our systemic misinformation has led each and every one of us, regardless of our biases. So I kind of want to reach across the aisle right now to greater accountability. And I realize there's a lot of bitterness to those of you who voted for Donald Trump and you were duped. And I am ever so sorry. But it is time for you as well to take the hand of those you think you resent, because I'm pretty sure what you think you're resenting isn't true. This energy that we currently are in will create better oversights. We can now easily see the many manipulations and misunderstandings and blind trust being never a good idea, as all systems have flaws. And together, we need to manage our collective wealth with an ethical sense of responsibility. At this time, due to the mass stress and anxiety many feel, expressing long-term weariness, this is just energy, and it's important to understand this. It hits us in our area of wounding. But this is really a time for us to be aware of how we have put money in the place of many, many things, and to our own disadvantage. Money became more important than life itself. And it's kind of sad. But when you have bitterness, oftentimes it is over money and what somebody did or didn't do with it. And just think about that. I mean, money is a piece of paper. It's a piece of dirty paper. Okay, so we have the sun, fire. It's going to relate to all things fifth house, and it is squaring Scorpio. So it doesn't have enough in common with Scorpio. This is why we have a fire-water polarity. And what is the sun? Well, it's all things ego, self-esteem, self-worth. It's the god of light. And currently, our sun is in the first house in Pisces. This placement today represents our joy and our clarity. It is time to see that we are right on track, even if it doesn't seem so. We are going to hit the bullseye with our passion as we overcome our sense of confusion and loss. Our 3 is a repeated reminder that in spite of the difficulties, we are creating community. And as we do so, think of it like we're building a very important and powerful bridge between the physical realm and the spiritual realm. This is encouraging growth and exploration of our true cosmic harmony. It is ready to guide us to a better way forward. And being people held down for a few to gain upon us, we lose our sense of self, self-esteem, and self-worth. And it's a very difficult area, I realize. I mean, even myself, money can drive me to think things about people, about circumstances. It can really upset me. It can keep me awake at night. It's several things. But it's all about energy. And it takes effort to earn. It takes effort to have, to facilitate exchange. And we currently need to re-examine this process that we have in terms of shared money, resources, as we build up and bank on things that we have worked for. Cash flows between people, systems, enabling the proper exchanges of value. And right now, many are now skeptical about how they're going to survive the future as prices and inflation eat away at what little we are able to acquire and keep ourselves going. Many of us frustrated at mismanagement that has taken place over long periods of time. And honestly, people, I don't really know, as sad as this is, even if we had gotten a different candidate, Maybe we wouldn't have got shock and awe like we're getting right now, but things were heading in a direction where correction is required for our well-being. And so this is a time of checks and balances. We pay into a system as a collective. And as a result, we have expectations, we have rules and laws that this money is governed by. So know this, those who think they're going to bypass all of it and no, we're not going to honor what we've agreed to pay, and we're not going to pay for medical, we're not going to do this. Please know that this right now is all really a part of the shock and awe and fear. And I myself am not really, I'm going to say this, and I know people are going to disagree with me. I don't want a $5,000 check if it means somebody someplace else starves. So do keep that in mind, because maybe collectively this isn't the best choice. It's not good for our treasury. And I find it to be a manipulative way to get you to think differently about things that are going on in our treasury database, our IRS, our personal information by 4 hackers. No, $5,000 isn't going to cut it for me. I think we each individually will be owed large sums of money by those who've committed this atrocity and crime. And with that, please do like, share, and subscribe. Join me, leave comments, and thank you so much for being here and the many who are joining my channel. Thank you so much.